So I recently got put into GTA Bad Sport, which means I was coming across the most sweatiest, scummiest players that the game has to offer. However, you can learn quite a few good tips from these players, so I thought I'd put together a video talking about the top 10 things that all players in Bad Sport lobbies do. So to start off, we have calling muggers. Players love to call muggers, especially in the middle of gunfights. For those of you who don't know, you can actually ring up Lamar, call a mugger on any online player, and this mugger will knock them down and steal up to 10k from their person. This is great in the middle of a gunfight as the player cannot shoot back, which means you can peek around corners without the risk of getting shot. It's happened numerous times to me and friends, and I'll show you a few clips now of one, me getting mugged, and also me successfully calling a mugger on a player before sniping him. The second thing to appear on this list is toxic messages. This was quite common in the Bad Sport lobbies that I was in, and whether it was you were killing or being killed, players would often send you messages laughing at you or calling you out. One that comes to my mind straight away was I killed a player as I flew past him in my jet, and he messaged me almost instantly saying, "Don't do half a job." So toxic messages is definitely one you'll find when you get put in a Bad Sport lobby. Another problem that was common in Bad Sport lobbies was the use of the Atomizer gun. Bad Sport players would often roll round corners with this, or make sure they were higher than you. The gun would obviously send you flying, and you couldn't really do much about it before they unloaded bullets into you, or just simply sent an RPG straight at you. Yeah, it was a problem that I found increasingly annoying as I came against it more and more. But yeah, I'll show you a clip now of me using it on a player and his car. As you can see, this is a very overpowered way to kill someone, and it's extremely common in Bad Sport lobbies. So, my fourth common occurrence on this list was players spawning in their hangars. Now, I know this doesn't seem like a very significant thing to put on the list, but trust me, there was definitely meaning and intent behind it, and it will also bring me on to my fifth point, which is lasers and oppressors, but mainly laser jets. Wherever Bad Sport lobby I was in, there's always someone in a jet or on an oppressor flying around killing players, and that's because weaponized vehicles, tanks, they don't stand a chance against the sheer speed of a jet and an oppressor, and they're just so common. Here you can see me and my friend dive bombing another player in both of our laser jets, and it's just the player doesn't stand a chance. They can't go anywhere, they can't outrun the jet. This is why people spawn in hangars, so they can get in them as quickly as possible and get out there to kill other people. And it's easily the most common thing that will appear on this list. In at number 6 we have Specialised Ammunition. Luckily this isn't one that I came across too often, but incendiary rounds or explosive ammunition, it's definitely not fun to play against. You get hit by them once and you're almost instantly dead. And I've got one clip of me getting killed by incendiary shells, so I'll put that in now. But luckily it wasn't one that I found was too common, but is still there and is definitely not fun to play against. Players committing suicide is number 7 on the list. This is often between sniper fights. Players will put sticky bombs or pull out RPGs once you've tagged them and killed themselves. This preserves their KD and is also extremely infuriating if you've tagged them for them to just kill themselves and you not even get the kill. This is extremely common in Bad Sport. Players are always committing suicide to keep their KD high. Another scummy tactic that players in Bad Sport lobbies use to keep their KD high is putting C4 on their personal vehicles. This is often on a jet, oppressors or helicopters, but pretty much this is so if you're flying around and an oppressor or a jet shoots missiles at you, you can detonate the C4 and kill yourself before the other player gets a kill. This is another quite common thing, especially when you're taking part in dogfights. Here you can see me putting C4 on my jet, so that when an oppressor inevitably comes after me, I can just detonate it, kill myself and not let the other player get the kill on me. So for number 9, we've got players going off the radar and ghost organisation. Whatever Bad Sport lobby I was in, there's always players off the radar or ghost organisation that were in jets. They just pop up right next to you in their said vehicle and just kill you, and you couldn't do anything about it because you didn't even see them coming until they were right there. This is probably the most common thing besides jets, and it was very hard to deal with. So what I found was, although there wasn't a way to get around this, you could actually do it in a lot cheaper way. So if you own an Akula helicopter, which is what I used, you could go in stealth mode, which is pretty much ghost organisation for as long as you want. So I'd go into stealth mode, fly up to whoever's on the Oppressor or jet, pop out of stealth mode, shoot some missiles, and go back into stealth mode, and then they wouldn't know where I've gone or where I came from. And in at number 10 we have passive popping. This is probably the best and one of the oldest ways to get an easy kill on someone. Pretty much you go in passive mode, they can't shoot you and you can't shoot them, but you just fly behind them, as you'll see in the video. Just fly behind them, and as soon as passive mode disables, you can shoot them and they really don't stand a chance. This was like ridiculously common with jets in bad sport lobbies, and yeah, all bad sport players do this at some point. So that was it. Top 10 things that all players in GTA bad sport lobbies do. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop it a like, and I'll see you guys later.